We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know we will get there. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know we will get there. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know we will get there. Boom, boom, ti-boom, ti-boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, ti-boom, ti-boom, boom, boom. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will get there. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know we will get there. Boom, boom, ti-boom, ti-boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, ti-boom, ti-boom, boom, boom. It will be hard, we know, that the road will be muddy and rough, but we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will get there. Boom, boom, ti-boom, ti-boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, ti-boom, ti-boom, boom, boom. It will be hard, we know, that the road will be muddy and rough, but we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know, we know, we will. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will.
Barbara, you're muted.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church. We do this service live every week so that we can be with you as much in reality as in spirit across the airwaves or wherever. And we thank you for joining us. This is a congregation that's built on covenant, not creed. So we come together about how we agree to be with one another and in our actions in the world, rather than around what we believe about what comes after this. We think what we do now is very important, and we don't have to think alike to love alike and commit to the work that needs to be done. We will get there. Heaven knows how. But the lights are coming on, and we have the option of helping to keep them on once they come on. So we come together to learn how to do that, be better at it, hopefully. To that end, whoever you are, whatever your age and race and origin and orientation and background and status and ability and identity, if you care to be here with us in a spirit of mutual respect, you are always welcome. And that will be true when we're in real person too. We've started talking about how we're going to do that, but it's still a ways off. So bear with us and thank you for being here. I want to invite one of our board members, Rebecca Tuggle, to share some information with us this morning.
Thank you, Reverend Barbara. Good morning. I am Rebecca Tuggle. I am the board treasurer for All Souls. I have a few announcements to make. Want to congratulate again the volunteer of the month for April, which is Wealthia Jackson. Wealthia helps a lot, not just with the congregation, but in Shreveport. But we want to thank her for being volunteer of the month, as well as remind you that giveaway the plate this month is Volunteers for Youth Justice. You can look in the comments in the chat. There's usually a link to giving not only to All Souls, but to our volunteer or give away the plate for the month. Also wanted to remind everyone, Tuesday night discussion group is going to begin meeting again twice a month starting in May on May 11th. They're also going to meet May the 26th. Kathy Osuch is basically over this thing, and so I'm going to point you towards her to get in contact regarding those meeting dates and anything that you need to know about those meeting dates. But they are going to try and meet in person, so please bear that in mind. But I believe that there are going to be virtual alternatives to that available. Building and Grounds Day is going to be May 8th. Just a note that we will need some help because our usual Building and Grounds guru, Eric First, will not be there. So if you can be available between 9 and 1 on May the 8th, that would be wonderful. We would appreciate it. The congregational meeting is set for May the 30th at 12:30. Basically right after service. We are going to be virtually meeting again, and we will be electing new board members, among other things. And if you can attend, we would really like for you to do so. We do need a quorum at that. Of course, we appreciate your continued support of All Souls through the pandemic. We're, as Barbara mentioned, Reverend Barbara mentioned, that we are working on ways to do that, to actually start meeting again in person, at least on a small basis, working our way back to, of course, meeting again together in worship. We appreciate all your input on that. If you have any ideas regarding that, of course, your continued contributions help us to continue our work here in the community, and we are always grateful for those, and you will find links for that in the chat as well. Appreciate your time, appreciate you being here, and now I'm going to hand it over to Susan Caldwell. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you for your service on the board, which is incredible, and your service as a nurse too, which I know we all thank all of our medical professionals right now for all you've done and been through in all of this. Um, we'll have family religious education today at 1 o'clock, and we are going to celebrate Earth Day, and if we've made trash monsters, I would love to see yours or a picture of yours, because I know at least one of you had to turn yours in for a project for school, which is how we got the idea. But this is mine in progress so far. She's a little transparent, you know. She's there for all the world to see, and I may add some more. I don't know. I may put some hair up here or something, but we're going to have some fun with that, and also talk about some serious ways that we can help the earth combat climate change. High school youth, we are meeting Tuesday night. We have worked hard to find a date that people can meet together, and I believe the time is 7 o'clock. We may push it to about 7:15 just because of a meeting right prior. Anyway, I'm hearing that the email may have said 6 p.m., but we're going to figure that out and let you know for sure. But it's happening Tuesday night, so stay tuned. I believe that is all. In adult religious education on Sunday mornings at 9, we are continuing with the book White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. We are not too far in. This week will be chapter 5, so if you would like to join us, you are more than welcome. And I do have at least, I have 2 more books, and I can always order more. So I believe that is all I have for today. The Highland Blessing Dinner continues, carry out only, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Rebecca mentioned Wealthia, our volunteer of the month, who's been helping a lot at the Highland Dinner, as well as all the many other things she's been doing for All Souls and for the community. So we appreciate your help with that. It's very safe, and that's all I got. Thanks.
I did want to thank by name the people that came to the last Building and Grounds thing. It was a small crew. It was Susan Caldwell, Eric First, and our very newest member who has joined since the pandemic. She's not her husband, Ella Kennan. This work goes on. The stuff has to continue to be done for the building, even when, and the grounds, even when we're not meeting in it. So I hope that you will take seriously Rebecca's invitation. I also wanted to, on Rebecca's coattails, mention that this is the last Sunday for I'm trying to turn up my volume. I've been told it's low. I'm sorry. This is the last Sunday to donate for Volunteers for Youth Justice. It's that little ting you can hear is when I receive texts. So thank you, but don't send them anymore. I'm sorry. This is the last Sunday for Volunteers for Youth Justice contributions from the plate. We will change with the beginning of a new month, and we will tell you about that next week. I wanted to mention a Together Louisiana big meeting that is Monday night, right, Susan? This week? Isn't that this week?
I will get an announcement about that today, if it is.
Okay, well, I may be wrong, but I want to encourage everybody, even if the big meeting is not tomorrow, I want to encourage everybody to pay attention to the Together Louisiana activities and try to become engaged. In this state, the legislature is working on permitless concealed weapon carry stuff. restrictions on protests, anti-transgender policy, taking away local control of our parish taxes, the environmentally impacting bills, and the opposition on those issues is very well organized. If we are not engaged and paying attention, we will lose ground on all of those things. We, I believe, are at a place where we have tipped the balance ever so slightly towards compassion in our society. But the lights only stay on if we continue to stay plugged in. Okay. Also, I want to encourage you to be involved with the local assistance for immigrants being released from detention. And there are many places that you can find to plug into that. If you have questions about it, you can ask me or Miss Susan. We have a number of members that are participating in those efforts, and they can always use more. So if you care, if that's an issue that you care about, please get plugged into that as well. Now I would like to invite you to let your shoulders relax and fall away from your ears and take a couple of nice, easy breaths. Let your presence come to where we are and this time together in our intention to elevate and contemplate matters of worth and to be together in spirit as literally as possible. Come out of the dark earth, here where the minerals glow in their stone cells, deeper than seed or birth. Come into the pure air, above all heaviness of storm and cloud, to this light-possessed atmosphere. Come into, out of, under the earth, the wave, the air. Love, touch us everywhere with primeval candor. Let us be mindful today of the bounty or privilege that we enjoy by virtue of being in this country, by virtue of still breathing, by virtue of having one another. I'd like to invite our children's chalice lighter today, Natalie Carlisle, to share with us.
Light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. We light this toast of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart.
Thank you, Natalie. Our chalice reminds us that the fire that's within ourselves, and that it's the same fire that illuminates the universe. It is our reminder that all is connected, even though the space of the void is so vast, and our experience here is but a blip in the cosmic timeline. In our current scientific understanding of the origins of the universe, the light of everything that exploded from not quite nothing is the light that became the maybe everything of which we are barely a part. This light we now kindle here will become a light for each of us to carry forth as we find our way through the shadows on our paths. Let us be grateful for the light that's in our lives. I want to invite Bob Jordan to lead us now in our unison affirmation. I want to encourage you to participate in very real ways. If you feel like standing up, do that. Feel these words in your bones and say them along with Bob as he leads us now, please.
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other.
Here in reverence now we gather for the blessings we have known, with a pledge to one another that we journey not alone.
I do miss singing together. I have a story. Reverend Barbara is talking this morning about intersectionality. So I'd like to share a story with you this morning about that very thing. And this is a story called Intersection Allies. We Make Room for All. And it's by Chelsea Johnson, Latoya Council, and Carolyn Choi, with illustrations by Ashley Seal Smith. Witness the lives of a bold group of friends. If one is in need, another defends. Age is one trait that each of them share, but kids' lives are unique, as you'll soon be aware. Each child has a story and their own point of view, filled with passion and power, just like you. My name is Alejandra, but I go by Allie. I use a chair, but it doesn't define me. Indeed, it allows me to zip, glide, and play. When I need to get through, my friends help make a way. Where there's room for some, we make room for all. Friends can be allies, no matter how small. Hello, I'm Parker. After school every day, Allie's family takes care of us both while we play. My mom works hard to provide for me. Her love's the source of our stability. Not toys, nor money, nor treasures untold. Community care is more precious than gold. Skirts and frills are cute, I suppose, but my superhero cape is more Kate than those bows. Some may be confused that a kid like me can wear what I want and be proud and carefree. My friends defend my choices and places. Bathrooms, like all rooms, should be a safe space. My name is Adila, and just like Kate, what I wear inspires endless debate. Some give, some chant, some sing, some pray. My hijab is my choice. You can choose your own way. Clothes that you wear never justify hatred. Clothes can be playful, simple, or sacred. Covered, adorned, or with casual flair. My body's my own. I dress it with care. My name is Nia. And with what's on the news, it's easy to be frightened or sing the blues. For her, for them, for him, and for me, we all deserve to breathe and be free. The color of our skin is no reason to hide. We protest for safety, equality, and pride. Our friends join along in solidarity and love. This is the stuff that allies are made of. Safety also includes our trees and our air, the land we've called home, our places of prayer. I am Dakota, and like my ancestors, my tribe and I are water protectors. From profit and power, we stand up to preserve our nations, our cultures, and the respect we deserve. My name is Gloria. Tengo 7 años. After school, it's to la fruteria I go. Trabajo cada día junto a mi madre. Vendemos piña dulce y mangos con chile. My language and savvy allow us to thrive. I've got hopes and dreams and skills and drive. Working together makes us both more secure. I'm a daughter, a partner, and an entrepreneur. My name is Hee-jung, and I was born in Seoul. I moved here when I was 5 years old. I'm part of what's called the 1.5 generation. My parents and I span 2 different nations. Like Gloria, I'm a help to my mother by translating for her one word to another. When the landlord tells Mom, you can pay me next Friday, I respond in Korean, Oma 참 축하함 호다지볼 하수 있습니다. I repeat, we navigate life in our new home together because kids have the skills to make every day better. My name is Yuri, and I'm new to this place. Heejung's family welcomed me with love and with grace. Finding refuge meant traveling far from home. I sailed, I flew, I rode, and I roamed. Escaping violence, war, heartache, and intrusion, we came to this nation seeking dreams and inclusion. From near, from far, from here, from there, we're more than our origins. We all deserve care. Race, religion, citizenship, class, and ability, each of these intersects to form identity. Age, gender, size, and skin color, too, can make living life different for a friend than for you. Barriers and biases are often to blame. We strive to be equal, but not all the same. Life's ups and downs can take many forms, but standing together, we'll rewrite the norms. Where there's room for some, we make room for all. Friends can be allies, no matter how small. And so we hope to respect all of the different identities that we all carry. And I thank you for listening to my story today.
Can you hear me now on this noisy little planet? Are you listening or taking it for granted? Hang on, bees, rocks and trees, we're not all bad. There's an endless sea that moves between the moments, songs in every key that move beneath the old ones. From every heart, the notes that come to sound this chord. It's a noisy little place across the human race. Silence.
Good morning. For today's meditation, let yourself find a comfortable position, body balanced and spine straight. Begin with a deep, comfortable breath, shifting your attention to your heart space. And imagine breathing in and out of your heart. Allow your breath to deepen and slow. Allow your breath to be soft and kind. In this moment of quiet mind and open heart, reflect. As I survey the world around me, there is so much that touches me deeply and that calls for the energetic and committed response of my heart. I see injustice that calls for balance. I see suffering that calls for healing. I see a wounded earth that calls for my voice and my action. So much calls for my deep caring, and I yearn for a world of peace. Yet which way to turn? What step is next? In this sacred moment, I go within to the heart that holds the wisdom of my becoming and that cherishes the joy of my living essence. The light of the heart reveals the path before me. I will go first to that core of open presence, the womb that gives birth to all that is, the source of my living and becoming, the source and ground of every path I choose and every value I hold dear. And I let that living, loving center touch the experience of my own being, that it may overflow as kindness and compassion directed towards myself. From thence, like expanding ripples on the surface of a still pool, it embraces my beloved community, the hearts of those who, like me, yearn for peace, and the intersecting pathways we all uniquely take. The power of that expanding love answers every call for justice and healing that I encounter. Empowered and encouraged, that expanding love and kindness is interwoven now with the web of life, the earth that needs us to heal its wounds. Ready and willing to the call of life, I now respond. Breathing in, I touch the web of life and hear its call. Breathing out, I respond with all my heart and take my next step.
Barbara, we can't hear you. I don't know what's up with your audio. No, she's in the sanctuary.
Okay, I just changed microphones. Does that help?
Much better, yes.
Okay, that's not where it was originally, so I don't know what to tell you. So, maybe I should skip the reading. Anyway, I'm going to go back and do it again. This is from Dennis Leverton. But we've only begun to love the earth. We have only begun to imagine the fullness of life. How could we tire of hope? So much is in bud. How can desire fail? We have only begun to imagine justice and mercy, only begun to envision how it might be to live as siblings with beast and flower, not as oppressors. Surely our river cannot already be hastening into the sea of non-being. Surely it cannot drag in the silt all that is innocent. Not yet. Not yet. There is too much broken that must be mended. Too much hurt that we have done to each other cannot yet be forgiven. We have only begun to know the power that is in us if we would join our solitudes in communion of struggle. So much is unfolding that must complete its gesture. So much is in bloom, in bud. I would guess that many of you were aware that this past Thursday was Earth Day. Perhaps you made a special point of carrying your reusable grocery bags with you into the store, or took a minute to pause and appreciate nature at some point along your day. Maybe you even had the opportunity to plant something green and growing. Sometimes the things we can do or know how to do or remember to do can feel so small and insignificant. The vastness of the issues facing us, facing all of humankind, as relate to our relationship with the planet that makes our lives possible, can easily seem overwhelming enough that we have to put our attention elsewhere to maintain hope. This week's Time magazine included a very nice article talking about the way the Biden administration is making climate a part of the discussion in every department. The National Climate Advisor, named Gina McCarthy, and Secretary of Housing and Urban Development are looking at the intersections between climate change and affordable housing. With the Secretary of Defense, they are looking at evaluating the climate threat to national security. The Treasury Secretary is working to reduce the risks climate change poses to financial systems. McCarthy's deputy, Ali Zaidi, says that the breadth of the climate challenges can be tackled if they are mapped, for example, or if they map, for example, the intersections with housing policy, with racial justice, with public health. The Time article goes on to say now spurred by alarming science, growing public fury, and a deadly pandemic, government officials, corporate bosses, and civil society leaders are finally waking up to a simple idea whose time has come. Climate is everything. The world is crossing, also from the Time magazine article, the world is crossing the long-awaited political tipping point on climate right now. That was a quote from Al Gore, former U.S. Vice President and winner of the 2007 Nobel Prize for Peace because of his climate activism. We're seeing the beginning of a new era. We are at the point where climate change means systems change, and almost every system will change. It's a moment of maximum hope. It's also a moment of high risk. Gore cautioned humans need to make the rescue of the environment the central organizing principle for civilization, or risk losing everything. A president who denied climate change was replaced by one who has made it an organizing principle even of the economy and economic policy. Hope, risk, intersections. This week, we also saw a verdict come in the trial of the man whose heartlessly, criminally small heart killed George Floyd. The verdict broke step with the business as usual pattern. This glimmer of equal treatment under the law came from a jury made up of a panel of 12 and 3 alternates, including 3 black men, 1 black woman, and 2 jurors who identify with more than one race. The jury makeup was 57% white and 29% black and 14% multiracial, statistically far more diverse than the population of the county in which the trial was held. Those kinds of proportions have certainly not been the norm before this point, and we have no guarantee they will be after this. It has taken a broad and active public involvement to make that outcome remotely possible. The people showed up. The people continued to pay attention and expect accountability. The public went public. This beginning also is light shining on previously dark places, things that many in our society were able to ignore before or just not be informed about. Right now, 34 states are either considering legislation to limit the right of protest or have already passed measures that in some way limit the right to protest. In Louisiana, 1 has passed and 2 were defeated. That's so far. The one tool we have had when elected officials, appointed judges, and the policymakers and enforcers across the nation don't behave in accordance with the values we have long claimed as Americans and as Unitarian Universalists, and thus far fallen ever so short of manifesting, have only been brought into something over which we can catch a breath of hope because of the engagement of the people. We cannot afford to not pay attention because those with power in this state, as well as others and other countries, are busy stripping away what tools we have been able to employ in a democracy that is still under threat. I do believe critical mass, nationally and internationally, has been crossed into the positive territory of light and awakening. And as I said before, the numbers are still critically close. And each action we contribute is still essential and very significant. Hope and risk intersections. The same legislatures are working methodically to exclude trans individuals from various activities and social services. In years gone by, our Director of Lifespan Religious Education, Sue Caldwell, who you heard from earlier, has taught classes for our youth and adults on what's called intersectionality. The story she shared with you earlier is about that too. According to dictionary.com, intersectionality, also called intersectionality theory or intersectionality, there's another word I can't remember, is the theory that the overlap of various social identities like race, gender, sexuality, and class contribute to the specific type of systemic oppression and discrimination experienced by an individual. Wikipedia says intersectionality is an analytical framework for understanding how aspects of a person's social and political identities combine to create different modes of discrimination and privilege. The adult religious education class is reading, as Susan said, White Fragility, and it's looking at some of that privilege that has been way easy to be oblivious to for white people in this country for a very, very long time. The aspects of those intersections include gender and caste, sex, race, class, sexuality, religion, ability, physical appearance. There are a great many factors that determine one's fortune in significant ways. Part of what we try to do here is become more mindful of those factors, less naive about the privilege we have enjoyed, relative perhaps to those factors. We are more than our demographic descriptions, but we are not impervious to their effect. There are, even if we are individuals with very limited income and access, pieces of the current systems from which we have benefited. But it's time now. The systems are at a potential turning point, and we have the power to be pivotal factors in many of them. Living into and living out our shared values and vision, doing the work to build beloved community, stand with those who too long have been denied. It takes courage. It takes a great deal of heart and conscience, character, tenacity, constancy, organization, not letting ourselves become complacent, disinterested, or excused from showing up by our weariness or frustration or how hard we've worked before. We are a faith that holds hope. We are a people that show up. We are a people of deep caring and great heart. I would like to share with you part of a reading offered at Unitarian Universalist Association Side with Love worship service. It comes from Takia Nur Amin, and it's called The Call of Our Faith. In every moment, life is giving us an invitation. I really believe that. I really believe that in every moment, life is giving us an invitation to do the things that are the most loving and life-affirming. And that doing the loving and life-affirming thing is always the answer when you don't know what to do, or if you're feeling unsure. There's always a moment of invitation to rethink or reevaluate. We are being invited into this cosmic dance of renewal and joy and justice. But you have to make the justice. It doesn't just show up. Without our participation or our effort, things don't get better just by us waiting for them to happen. We all have to engage in the better making from wherever we are. And each moment presents an invitation for us to do that. I don't want us to forget that. Even if, like me, you are tired or feeling frustrated or feeling unsure, the invitation to participate in a manner that is about living our values, living love and justice is still there, no matter what else is going on. Ask yourself, what's the most loving, life-affirming thing that I can do in this moment for myself or for other people? Sometimes it's get some rest. Sometimes it's reconsider how you're spending your money or other resources in a broader world. Hope, risk, intersections. A whole lot of intersections. They're in this moment. They're now. Be mindful of the traffic and look both ways before you cross the street. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her. Love your neighbor as yourself. What a truly lofty aspiration. Love one another. Love life. It's all connected. We are all connected. This song is from Peter Mayer, and I would invite you to sing along.
Below me I sea before me. Sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms. Never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Blue
This we know, the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. This we know. All things are connected like the blood which unites one family. All things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons and daughters of earth. We did not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. That was from Chief Noah Seith, also known as Chief Seattle. And these words come from Neil Donald Walsh. Yearning for a new way will not produce it. Only ending the old way can do that. You cannot hold on to the old, all the while declaring that you want something new. The old will defy the new. The old will deny the new. The old will decry the new. There is only one way to bring in the new. You must make room for it. Make room in your life for the intersections and the things that we must do to care for all of the things that we say we care for. It'll feed us, it will sustain us, and it will carry us until we get to work more intimately with the people that we love and miss so much. I invite you to carry this flame with you into the world as we leave our time together. Namaste, Ashe, so be it. Go in peace.
I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I walk the path with you. Go slow, dear one, don't hurry. I'll go just like you need to go. There is no need to worry, 'cause I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in